It's a beautiful good morning out here in the countryside, and the sun is back. The rains have just taken a break and giving farmers time to be able to prepare the land for another season of planting different crops. In today's video, we are going to look at different things on a typical African farm where we have different crops and rearing of different animals. And we thank God because last year's food is still stored in the stores, and yet another season is here again where we are preparing the land to plant more crops. This is African Mom's World. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. The trees have grown so tall, and looks like even the bananas are also trying to catch up with the length of the trees. They have given the chicken some space to be able to get food. See how they scratch. And these are free-range chicken. They don't need any more food because we have plenty of food in the garden. They can eat grass, grasshoppers. They can also scratch and get different types of food. This is actually a mixed breed of chicken, the indigenous ones, and we have some that are improved. It's so cheap to keep this chicken because you don't need any extra money for their feeds. I just like standing at a distance and watching them scratch to get some food. And when they're tired, they take shade in the flowers. See how they flock together. We recently planted a variety of bananas, and they are doing so well, courtesy of the rain. I love to eat indigenous vegetables. These are the saga. Very nice, very nutritious. We also have pumpkins that are ready for harvest, and even the leaves, we will continue eating them for a while. We have a variety of vegetables inside the bananas. Some we did not even plant. They grew on their own, and they are very nutritious. We eat them quite often. And in the garden, we also had roots, the cassava. It is a very nice touch. Let me know in the comment section what roots exist in your country. Can you see the different types of trees that we have? Those are eucalyptus trees, very tall. We also have other trees, fruit trees. This is the mango tree, though it does not have mangoes at the moment. And at the corner there, we have a cow shed. Some cows are still inside, and there are some that are outside, ready to go for grazing. In this section, it doesn't look weeded, but it is in plan because we need to plant vegetables for the drought that is ahead of us. And here we have already planted vegetables. These are indigenous vegetables rich in iron. They are called kunde or cowpeas. We plant so many of them so that we can pluck them. We don't necessarily have to go in any order. They're the best when you're faced with little rain because they last long. We also keep animals on the farm. These are crossbreed because we cannot manage to keep the very high breed. These ones give us little milk, but it is sustainable for the family. We give them napier grass and also banana leaves. Sometimes even we chop the trunk of the bananas and give them. But napier grass is their main food. Unfortunately, we don't cut it into small pieces. We just put it whole so that the animal can eat as much as it wants. Napier is quite involving because you need to keep weeding it all the time. And these are kales that were planted using suckers. They are very nice because they grow tall and they last for a very long time. But because these ones have grown old, we have also decided to plant more kales. If you can see carefully, this section we have planted kales, and it continues up to this side. We also have fruit trees on this side. This is a loquat tree, though it has no loquats at the moment. These are sukuma wiki, very popular vegetable in East Africa. But I like this guava tree. And as you can see, there are some guavas. And you never miss a ripe one. Not so big. At whatever time. But there they are. In season throughout the year. Plenty of them. So it's a good fruit to plant on your farm. Nice. I looked round trying to see if I could get any ripe one. And lo, I was lucky. There was a ripe, yummy one. This one is the sweet variety. And I never stop coming back to this area so that I get my vitamin A from the guava. Look at it. So many guavas on it. It is in season throughout the year. Since there is plenty of rainfall in this region, we have to harvest the water. And this is your friend. Just look at the way it's cleaning itself, spending most of its time cleaning itself. Probably the cleanest animal I have seen. Just look at it. Very nice. I decided to take a road trip to the nearest market. Just look at the eucalyptus trees on both sides of the road. They are very tall. I like the green vegetation. Just see the bananas, the grass, different trees, different things have been grown. There is a school on one side of the road. This is a major highway and it has very nice town. I really like the countryside and plus I think the devolved government has done quite a lot in this county. Just look at this town. It is a rural town, a small town in the countryside. But there is electricity and people are enjoying doing business. My biggest observation is the motorbikes. So many motorcycles on the roadside. This is a bus stop on the road to Kitale, but people are doing a lot of business by the roadside. Just look at that. It shows that there is a lot of money along this way. Even cow feed is being sold, and that is from sugar. And then we proceeded. This is actually the road that goes to Kitale, which is in another county, Trans-Nzoia. I love to look at the vegetation and even the housing that is by the roadside. The houses that you can see have become quite modern. A long time they were grass-thatched houses, but now less grass thatched. I actually did not see any. But I observed that along this road, there is a lot of sugarcane that has been grown. The sugarcane. This is a place called Pilipili. Once an area that grew a lot of but not anymore. It is now sugarcane everywhere. I just hope that the farmers are getting a good deal. We got to Mfugu, an upcoming town, and this is where we branched, and this is where the market, the tarmac ends. It's a small market, and then we took the rough road. It was getting late, but because I was with my sister, we kept moving. Just look at the vegetation. Typical call of the countryside, but it's so soothing. Very fresh air, especially at this time of the evening. Look at the buildings on the roadside. Someone has just contributed a lot of stone around his house, becoming like an urban area. And that's very encouraging because it means there's more comfort. The road is quite rough. It's because of some of these trucks carrying sugar. One day, something will be done when they'll have their own road. So dusty. There's this river here. It's actually not as deep. I think because the rains have disappeared. I like looking at the sunset. The sugar can even have a different color. So we got to another small town. It is called Mukuyuni. This is actually the headquarters of Bungoma North. And it's coming up quite fast. It is evening, and so we arrived home. Look at the sunset. So nice. Beautiful home.
Those days when you would stay here for.
Can't wait to see my mother. So that's home. Big stove, a lot of cutting of trees, water tank, and just look at the grass. Thank you for watching.